Welcome to the Octagon. I'm your host, Austin Sullivan. I'm here tonight with Carol and Alejandro. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing great, guys.
Cool. All right, well, y'all going to step in the Octagon tonight and kind of battle it out. The topic tonight is, should the Washington Redskins change their name? It comes up every single year. It's a great topic. I'm excited to see what y'all got for it. Alejandro is going to go ahead and say that they do need to change their name, and Carol's going to argue the fact that the name should stay the same. All right? We're going to have 3 2-minute rounds, 60 seconds each. And by random selection, Carol, you're going to go first, okay?
All right.
You ready, buddy?
Yep, let's go.
All right, let's debates begin. At the buzzer, you go ahead and go.
Okay. All right, so I'm arguing, obviously, that the Redskins should be able to keep their name. Not necessarily that they shouldn't change it. Because if Dan Snyder and the fans feel like that's something that they can do, that they feel like they would be okay with changing their name, good for them, but that they shouldn't be forced to change it. One of the reasons is, I know one of the big things that I'm sure Alejandro will bring up is that it's a racial slur, the term Redskins. But really, that's something that was used 80 to 100 years ago. It's not something that is considered a racial slur today. Really, the first use of it was, on posters saying that, back when our government was doing terrible things to the Native Americans, they're basically saying, hey, we'll offer such amount of money.
10 seconds.
Redskins scalp. So really, it's more of an observation of skin color as opposed to being a racial term.
All right, thank you, Carol. All right, Alejandro, your minute starts now. Go for
it. Cool. So since you started off talking about the racial implications of the name Redskin, I just wanted to go in on that. And even though you're right, it's not used really anymore as a racial slur, but it still draws people back to a time when it was used in that way. And for most people, they'd rather not see that. It's like, a victim of anything, they would rather not see that object. So I think in that sense, they should change it. And I mean, if it's just about the history, new history could be made. They've done it before. The Browns are like 3 different teams, right? So
10 seconds.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Round 1 concludes. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and just get right into round 2. We're going to start with you, Carol. Go ahead at the bell.
Well, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, and I think it depends on what how offensive a term is to the people that are talking about the term. And actually, in 2016, there was a Washington Post poll done that polled about 850 Native Americans all across the nation, and it was overwhelming that 9 out of 10 Native Americans actually did not feel that the term Redskins is offensive when used as a football term. I think that's pretty interesting itself. As far as talking about people, as far as a victim shouldn't see it, most of the Native Americans today were not victims of being called that. A lot of the younger Native Americans have come around and don't feel that term is offensive. So it's more of a term of honor and respect, which is, I think, that is something that a lot of Redskins fans feel.
10 seconds
is what it's about. So that's what I got.
All right. Thanks, Carol. All right, Alejandro, your rebuttal, round 2. Go ahead, buddy.
Cool. Well, you're right. They could, but at the same time, they could change it to something more moderate, something that still goes along the same lines. Something like off the top of my head, something like the Warriors, maybe the Red Tails after those planes, the Hogs after that offensive line they had back in like the 50s, 60s, the Lizards after politicians, just anything.
Yeah.
But I really do think the only person who does not want to change her name is Dan Snyder.
All right, round 2 concluded. Thank you, Alejandro. All right, this is the final round. Closing arguments. Give whatever you got. Let's go ahead and start round 3 with Carol at the bell, sir.
Yeah, I really just believe that Dan Snyder feels, and a lot of the fans feel, like the term Redskins is a term of honor and respect. I think you can even tell that in the logos. I mean, you look at, for instance, the Cleveland Indians logo. I'm going to bring that up real quick. I want to show you guys that. This is some things that should be changed first before we even talk about the Redskins logo. I mean, look at how cartoonish that is. That's nobody looks like that. The smile on their face, that is something that is offensive. You can look at the Blackhawks logo. It still looks a little bit of a cartoonish. When you look at, I'm going to show the Redskins logo here. That's a proud Native American. That's an actual color of a Native American skins. That's something that's honor and truthful to what being a Native American is. And again, I don't see a problem with, as long as if 9 out of 10 Native Americans feel like that is not an offensive term, I don't see why it needs to be changed to a more moderate term, because
10 seconds.
That's more than moderate, having 9 out of 10 Native Americans not be offended by that term. So.
All right. Thank you, Carol. Love the logos you brought up. All right,
Thanks.
Alejandro, buddy, this is it. Tell us why the Washington Redskins should change their name. Go. Round 3, buddy. All you.
Cool beans. So I think in the long haul, it helps out the Redskins because financially, because they can sell retro Redskins gear for a steep price, at the same time selling new gear of their new logo. And it would please a lot of people. So that would maybe draw some people that usually don't watch football into football, you know, some of these more PC crowds. But yeah, all in all, it's just it's better for everybody if it's changed. Even if he doesn't change it to anything, just make it the Washington Football Club.
Interesting. All right. Well, I want to thank both of y'all for taking your time to be in the Octagon. Great debate. I love the topic. We'll go ahead and let the members decide who won this one. Thank y'all.
Hey, thanks, guys. Nice debating with you, Austin.
All right.
And Alejandro. Yeah.
All right. See ya. Thanks.
Yeah.